With 8 years of experience to date, she became the first and only female racer to be awarded Rookie of the Year in 2009, the first female to ever win a race in the Middle East, and was dubbed Asia's fastest female Formula driver. She won numerous races even before reaching the legal driving age.
Her name is Natasha Cedar. Oh, and by the way, she's just 20 years old. No big deal.
The Open Track Day is happening here at Sepang International Circuit, or more casually known as the home of motorsports. After watching Natasha zooming along this 5.5-kilometer long track, I jokingly bugged her to let me experience all the adrenaline firsthand. And she really did.
You know, I always watch it on TV. I never in a million years thought I would be, first of all, on this track, second of all, going in a fast car, third of all, riding with one of the fastest and youngest female drivers in the whole of Asia. So I guess I'm pretty bossed right about now, but I can't hide it. I am really nervous. If you open me inside, a whole ton of butterflies will fly out, I'm not gonna lie. But you only live once, right? So let's do it. We're not gonna go that fast first, right? How fast does this car go? Like 0 to what? 203 seconds?
Probably more than that, probably 6 seconds or something.
Take your time. It's your right.
Feeling of it.
Huh? Oh. Okay.
My soul has officially left the building, and I think the only thing I can feel right now is my racing pulse.
You're not gonna pull any surprise stunts on me, are you?
Wow. Is that really easy, yeah?
I don't trust that tone of yours.
I seriously wonder how she does this every single day. Sitting here next to her and experiencing her skills in the flesh, I know and I can feel that she's definitely a better and safer driver on the road compared to most people twice her age. Now don't let my cool, calm and collected exterior fool you, because I actually felt like puking the whole time. Can you tell by my purple face?
Luckily, we were in this car as well. She couldn't go as fast as she normally does, but it was such a good experience. Like, I mean, taking corners at 60 to 100, that's the scariest part, but I really trust Natasha, so I'm just like, okay, my life is in your hands, literally. If you still think women are bad drivers, well, think again, because this young lady right here is not just the youngest, but she is the only female racer to be tested and approved by F1 legends. And you've met them, like Nigel Mansell. Who else did you meet?
James Roster, he's now one of the Lotus drivers.
Oh.
He's driving now.
Yeah. How was the experience? What did you learn from them?
Just the fundamentals that basically any driving, it's all about the basics. So he just said that keep practicing the basics and we'll take you a long way.
Okay, as a newbie, would you care to enlighten me? What are the basics?
Basics will be obviously braking, so finishing your braking before you turn in. So the fundamentals is trying to get braking right, don't turn in while braking. Yeah. You know, finish your turning before you start the power.
I think I kind of felt those elements when I was in the passenger seat just now, although I was like gripping to the seat from behind. But like I said, I trust you, right? But okay, how did you actually get started in racing?
It was actually my dad, both of my parents actually. My mom used to run a go-kart circuit, and my dad's a big fanatic about racing.
Do you do anything before a race? Do you have a pre-race ritual? Do you have Lucky Charm?
In those single-seaters, there's in the middle. Right. There's a thing about me. I have to get in on the right-hand side to get into the car, not the left. I've just been doing it for habit, so it's like. And before you even go out, you sort of picture yourself. How is it going to turn out? What are you going to do when you're driving? Picture the layout of the track before you even get in there and go for it. You know, take a nap. Take half an hour nap before you even drive. It works.
And once you're in the car, you're in the circuit, you're in the race. What goes through your mind when you're behind the wheel?
You sort of like sense everything around you, but everything's tunnel vision. It's just straight, focus. You don't see anything left, right. You just sort of you zone out. You know, if someone were to take a camera directly in your face, you'd be just like staring straight. You wouldn't even be blinking.
Yeah.
So
because you're that focused, right? Has any guy in the race come up to you and sort of like trash talk, like, What do you think you're doing here?
They always have this thing about if a driver looks like a driver, he's gonna be quick.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But no, I mean, even the people who are, who look really nerdy and they sit there, they can be the fastest one on track. When you get into the car, you put a helmet on, everyone's the same. It's all about skill. It's all about how much you dedicate your life to it, and how much you really want to win. I do have a lot of people. Some people tell me that like, oh, it's just a coincidence that you won.
I'm just the fastest racer in the whole of the It's coincidence.
Just a coincidence,
Next on G-thang. From racing at the tracks to racing to keep up with the dance moves. Minimalist fashion is a style that most girls practice without even realizing. It's the best way to mix and match different pieces in your closet without stressing about buying new clothes. Now, I'm sure every girl has at least one simple tank top lying in their wardrobe. So I'm gonna show you how to rock this white tank. This first look is perfect to wear on a casual night out with the girls. I decided to pair the white tank with metallic tights to cover up my bare legs and keep warm on a cold night. I also went with a pair of neutral colored platform heels to give myself the extra height. Bright accessories are also a great way to spice up your look. So I picked up a bright peach colored handbag to go along with this outfit. I didn't want to look too bottom heavy, so I balanced the entire look with a bold metallic necklace to match my tights. What I love about a simple tank like this is it's a great opportunity to showcase those bright colored pieces you have in your collection. A quick switch up of my accessories, like this gold neck piece, also transforms the look completely. And because my skirt is so loud, I went with a shorter pair of strappy heels to balance this look. That's all you need to rock some simple pieces. Let's start minimalizing our wardrobe and maximizing our style. From racing at the tracks to racing to keep up with the dance moves here at the Rhythm Identity Dance Academy, I will be doing, or rather attempting, one of the most popular dances in the world. It's salsa. And it's not the kind you can eat. My adrenaline was still pumping after that exhilarating open track day, and I needed an avenue to channel all that energy. This academy is one of Malaysia's leading Latin dance schools, which offers a wide range of dance lessons in this genre, including salsa. Salsa is a dance created by Spanish-speaking people from the Caribbean. Salsa dancing mixes African and European dance influences through the music and dance fusions that are the roots of salsa. This dance has basic steps that are supposedly easy for beginners to pick up, but I felt like I was practically dancing with two left feet.
Da-da-da-da. And she'll flare out. She'll do a little flare.
Salsa, let's dance. It's a partner thing now.
Okay, so the first part is the 1, 2, 3, right? So we go 1, 2, stop. So be firm, like you don't want to move. Don't budge. Okay? Then comes your sexy part. So you're gonna cross over.
Do a Suzy Q. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. The one body weight. 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3.
Then it's a flat. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Cross and hijack 2, 3.
Now, obviously, I don't have the flexibility of a professional gymnast or anything, but even I have to admit, that body roll right there, it was pretty fun, wasn't it? I was just kidding, guys. But salsa is the perfect alternative, though, to the gym and hours spent on the treadmill to burn those calories away.
So after she does the flare, you don't really need to do much in the sense that you do a cross body, the step 5, 6, 7. So you don't need to move forward and do the 1, 2, 3.
Hijack? Styling? I honestly did not understand any of the terms he used, but the key is to just follow the beat and imitate whatever the instructor does. With more practice, you'll be dancing with your head up high in no time. I'm loving salsa because it's a fun and exciting way to increase your social circle. Even if you're naturally introverted, salsa makes it so easy for you to make new friends. And since salsa is popular worldwide, you'll find salsa clubs in almost every major city around the world. And once you nail the moves, you'll be able to take those skills anywhere, do it anytime, and maybe even find a dancing partner for life.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry if I hijacked. No pun intended. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, that was so tiring but so fun at the same time. Beginner or intermediate, don't worry about it, okay? Even if you don't have a partner, it's okay. You can always find one at class. And if you miss a beat, don't worry, just keep on counting, and that's what I've learned. And that's what I find is relevant to life. Even if you miss a beat, keep on counting and stay focused, back on track. Longing to spice up your plain old flats? Here's how you can transform them into a completely different design. Firstly, pick a few foam sheets based on the different parts of your animal. I decided to make the face of a cat. Meow. Next, draw an oval shape on the main foam sheet. This will act as the cat's head. Then, cut out the shape. Now it doesn't have to look perfect. Measure the shape against your shoe to see if the size is right. After that, use this piece as a template and make a duplicate. But don't throw away the excess foam sheets. Recycle it to make some triangle shapes as the cat's ears. Next, take a piece of white foam sheet and draw little circles as the eyes. You don't have to make perfect circles because sometimes the most imperfect things are actually the most perfect. Then, make a pair of uneven triangle shapes as both the cat's noses. I'm giving my cats a red nose. Now, pour some glue into a small cup and start the gluing process. Begin by sticking the nose at the center and proceed with the ears and eyes. Choose a suitable colored thread to be the mouth and use a small brush to paint 2 smile lines. Then, use a pen or any thin object to hold the thread while you stick it into place. Snip off the extras and don't worry about the visible glue because this type of glue should dry transparent. While waiting for the glue to dry, pick a yellow foam sheet to make smaller triangle shapes as the inner ears. The layers will give your animal face a more 3D effect. After that, cut little strips from the same piece of foam sheet and stick them on as the cat's whiskers. Now, you have a complete cat face. And all that's left to do is just to stick the animal face on your shoe with super glue and you have yourself a super pair of brand new flats. You can also use different colored foam sheets to create different animal or shapes. There's no rule in art, so just go with your guts and design your very own pair of brand new old shoes.
Now I know that requesting to test drive one of those mean machines while attempting the godly skills of professional racers might be asking a little too much, so there's something created for mere mortals like myself. Go-karting. This track is 1.2 kilometers long and takes about 10 minutes to complete 6 to 8 laps, but for Natasha, I'm sure it's no problem. She can do it with her eyes closed, right?
We'll see.
Okay, so this is my first time in a go-kart. I'm very intimidated. I'm usually more of a cruising kind of girl on the road. So how do I work this baby?
Step 1, throttle, right foot, brake, left foot.
Okay.
Basically, all you need to do is brake in a straight line.
Right.
As soon as you come halfway into the corner, you accelerate.
All right, sounds simple enough. But what else can you tell me about the go-kart? I mean, this was the first vehicle that you were in when you were young, right? How old did you start again?
Started at the age of 11.
And you were beating all the older kids, obviously?
I wish.
Okay, so I think I've got the basics down for now. In theory, let's put it to practice on the circuit.
The nerves, the anticipation. I felt like either I was gonna get married or setting up for a real race. But next to Natasha, who am I kidding? I was all set and ready to go, but there was a slight problem. Yeah, the cart just won't start. Could it be my aura? Maybe I'm too intimidating for this vehicle. Okay, I'm finally flagged off. This is it, but it's all right, Natasha. You can go first. Slow and steady has always been my motto on the road. Next on G-thang.
A bit frustrating because talk to the hand girl.
Now I know I may not be as fast as Natasha, but driving and attempting to race on this track alone makes me feel like Schumacher on his best day. I'm just kidding, of course. But go-karting is one of the world's most popular forms of motorsport. It is practiced world over by thousands of enthusiasts at various levels of competition. For many, it's simply a great way to experience competitive racing on a smaller and more manageable budget, hanging with friends on the track over the weekend and just having a good time. But for others, it's a serious stepping stone into a career of racing, maybe leading all the way up to Formula One one day, like Natasha. The great Spider-Man once said, "With great power comes great responsibility," and I'm sure being successful at such a young age comes with great cost.
Do you ever look back on all those years when you were training, when you couldn't go to that birthday party, when you couldn't go for that little dinner,
My prom.
Yeah, your prom, stuff like that. Do you sometimes wish that you could have a normal lifestyle?
I think this is the life that you live, It's the whole thing. You are the one who makes it normal. So, yeah, I run like fast-paced life, all this like crazy action. But at the end of the day, it's you sit at home, chill, relax. But yeah, it's a new perspective of life, a new, different journey from what everyone would expect.
With all that comes great sacrifice as well. What would you say is your biggest sacrifice to be the champion in this sport?
I think it's a lot to do with your social life. It's one of the biggest things in dedication, whether you really want this or not. Would you prefer going out with your friends, or would you prefer, doing exactly what you love, being the best of the best, and being, number one? So you sort of think to yourself, like, which is the one you want?
Now, I'm very curious because, Kim Kardashian has this thing as well where her mom manages her. At home you just want a mom, but sometimes mom/manager, it gets confusing and maybe frustrating.
A bit frustrating because she's being very motherly and all that, but she's a good role model to follow and everything. So when she's there, she really pushes you to the limit. She really wants to get you right on time, on schedule, food to eat. So it's a bit like, Mama, come here, feed me.
Oh,
and then the next you're like, okay, fast, zoom,
Sometimes I'm sure we wonder, what does it take exactly to become the best? And I realize this is really all about making daily choices to stay on the narrow road to success, just like what this young lady is doing every single day. Do you encounter days when you just need to look less tired? Well, it's all about the eyes, baby. Let me show you some simple steps on how to create bigger and brighter looking eyes. For starters, apply a light neutral eyeshadow that's similar to your skin tone as the base color all over your lids with your fingers. Then, pick up some shimmery plum color with a fluffy blending brush and sweep it all over the outer corners of your eyes to give it more definition. Next, take a black pencil liner and warm up the color on the back of your hand. Line the outer half of your lash line and smudge it out with your finger. Now, use a pencil brush and smudge some black eyeshadow along the black liner to smoke out the look. This will make your eyes look wider. After that, apply a taupe color along your lower lash line with the same brush to balance out the colors on the top and bottom. Then, brush a matte brown color along your crease to bring out your socket line. Next, dab some shimmery white eyeshadow on your tear duct area with your finger to bring more light to your eyes. Now, take a pale pencil liner and draw it along your lower waterline. This simple step can make you look like you had 8 hours of sleep even if you had none. Highlight your brow bone with the same shimmery white eyeshadow. Whatever happens, I never leave home without giving my lashes a little bit of lovin'. So give your lashes a good curl and comb a few coats of mascara. Don't neglect your bottom lashes this time. Then, dot some concealer under your eyes to cover up those haunting dark circles. Make sure you blend everything evenly to give you brighter eyes. Next, smile away and brush a sweet peachy blush on the apples of your cheeks to give your face a bit of color. Finally, paint some shiny red lip gloss to give yourself a beautiful plump pout. You're pretty much done at this point, but I decided to add some blue eyeshadow along the lower lash line with an angled brush. The hint of blue really gives a brightening and flirtatious effect that's simply irresistible. That's all you need to do to achieve bigger and brighter eyes. I can almost guarantee that with this look, no one will dare to ask you, "Why do you look so tired today?" Ever. The excitement from go-karting reminded me so much of salsa class. Why didn't it dawn on me to bring Natasha along? To make up for it, I decided to treat her to a nice dinner.
It's our food here. Nice. Thank you. Talking to you and having known you for this long, like, you appear to be a little bit, matured for your age, which is a very good thing. This next 5 years, how do you envision it to be?
I've just started this year trying to, really figure the path to go. So I just find out which direction I just wanted to be in. So start at the bottom, work your way up. The overall goal that you want is obviously to be successful, to live a happy, comfortable life.
Yeah. Do you believe that women can have it all? The career, the family, the fun.
Yeah, definitely. I think that women need to have this empowerment of coming up into the world, and we've really stepped up, haven't we?
We have.
And if you really have a brain, use it.
Don't be afraid to show what you are capable of, right?
Exactly.
Of course, I feel like we are the biggest barriers sometimes, which we have to overcome. But of course, we face outside elements as well, as in the people who tell you, for example, you cannot do it, you're too young, or you're just a girl and you're nothing. How do you counter that?
Don't bother about listening to people say things like that to you, because at the end of the day, they're taking their time to talk bad about you, and they've just wasted 5 minutes of their time.
And you don't even think about them. You have no time.
Talk to the hand girl, sort of thing.
Natasha is obviously revving through life at breakneck speed, but unlike some in this intense rat race, she still takes time to smell the roses, which makes all the difference. Now, all roads to success starts with a heart, mind, and soul that sets out to be extraordinary. And no one said it's going to be a smooth or even easy ride, and no one knows when we will arrive. But the key is to just turn on the ignition and go with your heart, no matter what the cost. Next week on G-thang.
What else could happen, right?
My cancer came back.
It was like a dream.
Take your chances in life.